The war is not over yet. Hey everybody, this is Night Stars here, and we're here today to review Attack on Titan chapter 137. Sorry that I have not reviewed the last few chapters, just that I've been really busy with work. So let's go on with this chapter. So we see Zeke talking about long, long ago when nothing but mere matter existed in this world. As countless masses of some unknown things appeared, blah, blah, blibbity, blah. He talks about this thing known as life. This thing's almost, it looks kind of cute, but it also looks kind of ugly. It almost looks like a centipede. So we see here Zeke explaining to Armin that the purpose of life is to multiply and everything. And then we see him bring up Ymir. I'm still kind of confused about like how this Titan thing works. It just seems like so far what Attack on Titan is basically saying is this little creature thing known as life, its goal is just to multiply and survive even. And then we see Armin here talking about so that's like this is how the Titan world works. It's free of death. You can't die here. You just live here forever. Your goal here is just to live and all that stuff. And that probably explains why you can see all the past shifters and everything. That's probably why Ymir can help. That's probably why Ymir exists in this realm too. Because as we've seen in past chapters, Ymir every time when a Titan is summoned, Ymir basically builds the Titans in that realm. And because, like Zeke said, the Titan realm, the paths, is an endless realm of time. Basically, Ymir is given all the time she needs. Basically, time in the Titan realm and the past realm does not apply to the real time in the physical world. So, like for chapter 120 to 122, for us, it took us 3 months just to cover that chapter. And in real life, in Aaron and Zeke's time, it took them like probably 2 minutes to cover that time. In real life, that only happened in 1 second. And then as you get on to the chapter, you see Armin and Zeke. Zeke is pretty much giving up on life. He's basically saying, what's the purpose of life? I mean, we're all gonna live and die anyway, so what's the purpose of living? But then you have Armin reminding him about, hey, life does kind of suck, and yeah, there's always gonna be bad things. But then you see Armin here, you see the leaf, and then you see what I like about the scene is to Armin, that's a leaf from a tree, but in Zeke's point of view, it's a baseball. And then you see Armin explain to Zeke that all of life is not pointless. Yeah, it's true that we're all going to live and die someday, but isn't the purpose of life is to enjoy those few little moments and basically take the time out to just have fun and all that stuff? And then you see here, as you go to more flashbacks, you see here Zeke playing with Mr. Key Saver about him playing baseball. And what I like about this scene, what I really like about this chapter is, Armin and Zeke compared to Hanji and Erwin, they're also one of the two most smartest characters in Attack on Titan. So it's very interesting learning their perspective. To me, Zeke is a person who just sees life as pointless. There's no reason to live. The purpose of life is to suffer, and that we should do any. And the reason why he did the euthanization plan is so he can end the suffering. But you see Armin here explaining him, showing him the leaf, showing him the baseball, to basically tell him that all of life is not pointless. And as we see Zeke, he just going to the flashbacks. He remembers the time where he threw balls with Mr. Key Saver, and you see Zeke here wishing that he can go back to those moments, just throwing the ball over and over again. It was repetitive, but it was a time of peace and joy. It was a time of freedom. And then that's when you see the past shifters, sorry. Now, as we go back to the real world, we see Peak here. Last chapter, she was basically had infinite shifting, but you see here she's starting to hit her limit, and you see John Saber here real quick. As we get on to the future of a chapter, we also see Reiner about to take the L here. I gotta admit though, at least Reiner stood a chance. I mean, he gets his ass kicked a lot, but one thing about Reiner is he always survives. And then now you see Mikasa, you see Annie, you suddenly now see the past shifters helping them. Honestly, I don't know why all the past shifters are suddenly helping, but as we get on to the future of a chapter, we now see the real reason why. Woohoo! Armin is finally freed from the Cow Titan. We see Mikasa here free Armin from the Cow Titan. Oh my gosh. Gab, what is with this kid, man? She's only 12 and she's likely better with a sniper than us grown people. Oh my gosh. I understand she was trained, but you really get angry because it's like, how the hell can this kid do this when I probably can't even do it? So you see Gabby here shoot the Cow Titan in the eye, and this gives Mika the opportunity to free Armin. Oh my gosh. I like that Armin honestly was the one who shot that cow titan too. I guess he was angry, like, this mother effer just swallowed me. I mean, I feel bad for Armin. First, he gets tentacle raped, and then in season three, he basically got sexually molested. Oh my gosh. This dude had enough. As Armin is about to fall, you see his Wafu here, and he save him quickly. Now, back to the past shifters helping now back to the past shifters helping the alliance. Now we'll get onto that later on. Now we see Zeke here. Hey, 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 over here. Zeke just pops up right here, like, yo, Levi, you want to kill me? Go ahead and do it, bro. I'm ready to die. Honestly, I kind of like Levi's face here. It's like Zeke is just saying, you wanted to meet me, didn't you? Can't say I want to do the same. You just see Levi just looking at Zeke like, you mother. That's funny. Now, as we get on, we now see why the past Titan shifters are helping Armin and Zeke. We see Armin and Zeke asking the past shifters to help them end this fight once and for all. Now, we get on to where we get on to where Armin explaining where he says that every Eldian's connected to another by the path. It's because the year founder wants to be connected because she wants something from us. Now, here's the real question. The reason why Ymir teamed up with Eren is because she agrees with Eren. She also wants to be free, and she feels like this Eldian problem has been long and ongoing. She feels like it needs to come to an end. So why is suddenly Ymir suddenly helping Armin and them? I think the reason why is like said in this chapter, Ymir wants something. She wants to be connected. I think the problem is Ymir wants to be understood. The reason why Ymir teamed up with Eren is because Eren understood her. He understood that she was just a slave all her life and she wanted to do what she wanted and be free. And so does Eren. And that's why Ymir teamed up with Eren. And I think that's the reason why I think the past Titan shifters are suddenly helping Ymir too. I think what Ymir wants is she just wants all of them to understand them, and they don't. But when Armin and Zeke comes, they realize the purpose like of life and all. Oh my gosh, I know it sounds weird, but they realize the reason why Ymir wants to be understood, the reason why she wants to do all this stuff is because all these years she's been trapped in a realm and no one has honestly talked to her or freed her besides Eren. But now you see Armin here understanding Ymir, and you see Armin here explaining, well, the purpose of life is just, it's sad and suffering, but we gotta have those good little fun moments. And as we get on, we see Armin and Zeke here. You see Zeke here saying hi to Keysaver and saying thank you to his dad. And then you see Armin and Zeke here asking all of the past Titan shifters to lend them their strength. Now, as we get on back to the present world, we see Levi decapitate Zeke. Honestly, I like Zeke. He was one of the best characters of Attack on Titan. But I guess this is where we see the end. The rumbling stopped. Was Zeke the butt? Was Zeke the key? Did Armin take the key out the gate? I didn't honestly. I was wondering, like, even if they do kill Zeke, would the rumbling really stop like that? Is it like, does it work like the Infinity Gauntlet from Marvel? Zeke is an Infinity Stone, and once the Infinity Stones are gone, the Gauntlet doesn't work. But it looks like it does. Now, as we get on, we see John here blowing off Aaron's head, and you see him crying, you see him sad. Now, as Aaron's head is about to blow off, his head is about to regenerate for another neck. As explained in the last chapter, Gabby assumed that how the power of a Titan shifters work is she was saying how as soon as she shot Aaron's head off, there was this centipede looking thing that came from Aaron's body and connected to his head. And she was saying that's how the Titan powers work. And it kind of doesn't make sense. Even back in the beginning of a chapter, that little centipede thing with the little long legs and all that stuff, even in the last chapter when she saw the centipede looking thing, it looked the same way. And I think, like Gabby said, that is how the Titan shifter powers work. The Nate, for some reason, it's just, I don't know. It's like a charger. It's like a connector. That's why even back in season that was why even back in season three when Reiner almost died, he was able to transmit his nervous system through his neck. It seems that with Titans, it's not even just the nape, but the neck. That long centipede looking thing is the key. But honestly, what I don't understand is, so say for example back in season two when Mikasa almost decapitated Reiner and Berto, does that mean they could have done the same thing too, or is that just something only the founding Titan can do? I don't know, but according to Gabby, it looks like that's the source of a Titan's powers. It's not about just healing or transmitting your consciousness, but your body still has a connection or whatever. This centipede looking thing. Now, as the centipede-looking neck thing is about to attach to Aaron's head, Reiner stops it from attaching. Reiner's like, no, 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 no. And as we get on to the end of the chapter, we see Connie and the group telling John and Pete to hurry up and get away from Aaron because Armin's gonna blow it all to pieces. And Pete's telling John to don't worry about it. Reiner will survive, and the armored Titan should be able to survive the explosion, and Reiner's prepared for the consequences. Now, as the chapter ends, we see Armin here thanking the past Titan shifters for helping him, and he says goodbye to Aaron. Well, guys, that's it for the end of the chapter. I really don't think Aaron's dead yet. I know lots of people are angry saying, yeah, this is anticlimactic. It's not over yet, guys. The war's not over yet. Attack on Titan's not over. Remember, the series ends in April, so we still got 2 issues left. Next chapter, we might see Aaron pull a twist or something. Who knows? We don't know. Maybe I should make a prediction or Fury video about that. And also another thing, guys. This week I plan to release Attack on Titan season 4 recap video, just basically because there's 16 episodes in part 1 of season 4, so I at least want to make a mid-season recap explaining to people what's going on. But anyway, guys, feel free to hit the like button and feel free to subscribe to see more content like this. I won't force you, but you can feel free to. That's Nightstar, and I am out.